Front microphone. Mic check. Okay, that looks like that's something doing here. All right, we'll see. All right, can you hear me now? Looks like the meters are going. Feedback. I'm not really sure what there is going to be feedback from. All right. Mic check, mic check. Okay, mic check, mic check. Looks like this is going to be reasonable, and this cheapo fucking mic is a cheapo mic. Point noted. Point noted. Point noted. So, what's it called? All right. So, as we were saying back earlier, we have our we have our block device. We have our RAID array right here. The RAID array is These are the three RAID arrays. My personal desktop. I woke up. I have this little button right here. It says there's a problem with the RAID arrays. So I type in the command watch, and one cat proc MD stat. Proc MD stat has the status of all the raid array, has the status of all the raid arrays. See that the watch in one will refresh this every second. You see DevMD1, that's root. That got done when we were screwing with the microphone. This one will go fast. It's only 512 gigabytes, and it's on super fast NVMe drives. This is bulk storage in a 12 terabyte RAID 5 array. This one will take a hot second. So today, for you, I have a treat, other than kind of watching Jack, watching hard disk spin, a little bit of Archvile stuff, and a little bit of gaming, retro gaming. We have today capping up on the one socially acceptable game for old hackers, and might have guessed it, Doom 1. Doom 1 is when hardware hackers hack a device. One of the first very things they do to test your skill is, what can you get Doom running on? It's run everything from MP3 players, printers, you name it, gizmos. This game has just been ported. But before then, we had a good friend of mine asks, so what do you do specifically when there's a package, an Arch package in AUR, that you don't have a package built for? And the answer is generally simple. You quit being a plebeian and you write one. So you see ar.archlinux.org, and you notice this is a logged in homepage of, here's all my packages that I have in AUR. So up here, as if one was out of date, would be right here. Trying to think, is there anything right here that I have to write one for you? There's nothing I really have here, but we can kind of look at how this one works. It's a good one. Signal D, a daemon that does the signal. What's it called? For the a desktop app for Signal, the communications program. You generally run on your phone. Here's Signal D that kind of runs this in Arch. This is just a daemon. This is also needed by, you get this, libpurple Signal D. There's a what's it called? A plugin. Somebody submitted this without the prerequisite, so I actually went and found. I kind of re-uploaded this. So this one's kind of nice. So what's it called? So one thing you do here is you do a lot of work in AUR. First thing you want to do is just create a folder called Arch Packages or something like this, and you can put everything that you kind of take from AUR and just throw in here, or whatever. It's just things that are in here, things that are not in here that just didn't get uploaded for whatever reason. A lot of the reason is you're kind of working with the software and you're like, yeah, this sucks. This is terrible. This is like terrible, and I'm just not going to upload it, or change a heart, or it's blocked for some reason, because sometimes it blocks. So here we have the upstream URL, right? Let's go click here. Let's check. Let's actually see if there's a new version here. Release is release 9 is yeah, so 9.0 0.9 is the latest. So this is 0.9. We can kind of leave this here. Some hacking tools. This is CSPRNG, which is was a replacement for Havage. It's another entropy generator, which is like this crazy stuff if you never know, like, you know, the whole theory of like randomness and basically trying to add more randomness with a computer, which is kind of hard because computers don't do anything randomly. It's a fairly hard thing. So you find out basically little breaks in the computer where, in like race conditions, you kind of manipulate those to get like random, or at least to generate entropy, and an entropy is used as a seed to get random. So this one doesn't have an update because this one hasn't been updated since 2013. I still have the package for whatever reason. I wrote this years ago, in like 2015. It was part of Ninja OS, and then it kind of fell, you know, and then it kind of again, it just stopped updating it. So And then there's also what's it called? It was replaced upstream with they added RNG tools, which is kind of like a more modern version. It's supported upstream in Arch. So I decided to go with that one instead of just trying to build against OpenSSL 1.1. Here's another one. There's another security tool, another e-hackering tool. So you find the GitHub page. You look on release 1.6. You take the latest release here. 1.6. Okay, 1.6. We're good. So close out of there. So a lot of people ask, it's kind of AUR. The one thing I have to do is how do you make how do you make a new package? So documents. I don't have any software I really want to upload unless somebody really has something they want a package written for. But we'll just do make test package. No, so what you do is you do git clone SSH or archlinux.org test package, and then you'll just let this go. It should tell you that you've cloned an empty repository unless somebody else has submitted this. Oh shit! This is not empty. What the hell is in this? So this is not empty. What is in this? An empty test package for intended use of AUR helpers. It's not helping us any. Git package 1, 2, 3, 4. Coding into test package 1, 2, 3, 4 because I want to give a good example of what happens. It says warning: you've cloned an empty repository. Always check this because sometimes things might not be an AUR. Like if you search for something, so if you search for something occasionally, like you search for something that's kind of test package 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it won't show up here like it's been deleted, but it will still pull from Git. It'll still pull from Git. So always make sure, warning, you have cloned an empty repository. Good. That means it's completely empty. So here, it's completely empty, right? So right now, working a list. ls user share pacman, right? So what you have here in USR Share Pacman is you have a lot of you just have templates for package build scripts. This is real easy. They're included right with Pacman. There is a template. There's a normal one. There's one for split packages, and then there's one for VCS if you're doing a -git. So you can play around with those. If you want, let's just try the basic one. So you use copy, USR Share Pacman package. Just copy in a local folder. And then we're going to move. We're just going to rename this just to package build. So we probably want to just make this real easy. You can do this in the command line, but we'll make this real easy, and we'll just open what's it called, file browser right here, Nautilus file browser. So now we have this. If you're doing syntax highlighting, let's put this as a shell script because all these are our shell scripts. So for here, this is super simple. This should be self-explanatory, right? You got the top off to here. You'll fill out your name, which might even be GI Jack. GI Jack. You fill out your email, and the rest of this is just filling out a form. This is really easy. All you have to do here is, some of these can be deleted. Package name, package version, which all these become variables. This is just a shell script, so all the rules about shell scripts apply. This kind of gets parsed as a shell script, as you notice. Like everything else, specifically a bash script, because Arch is a Zen of bash scripting. So as you noticed, there is there's a few functions here, like on the bottom. The only one really needed to work is package. So let's say you have like a shell script or a Python script and you don't want to compile it. And yes, you can compile Python scripts. You know, you can actually compile Python bytecode into the Python bytecode. That is something, frequently done with Python -m compile. You don't necessarily have to do it, but you can say the bigger ones that everyone uses here are package and build. If you have patching instructions, they go and prepare. The other one here, you'll notice is sometimes you can do package. If you're doing git, there's package ver that can automatically update the version based on whatever. If you don't need any one of these, like there's no epoch. If you're wondering what epoch does, this is just like a meta version. So let's say there's a newer version of the software, but it actually has a lower number. You can use epoch equals set epoch to override that. Install files. What's it called? Install files is a file that gets packaged with the package, and this this can actually run an install, uninstall, and upgrade. So go here. It's a good overview of always for help. You have what's it called? So the install file, this here, the install file will be literally the name of the file. It doesn't go in, and of course the source packages are the URL of the package. If you're doing a GPG check, right, you put the GPG key here too, so it downloads the GPG key, but you don't put the install in source. So the install has a few hooks. These are just shell functions: pre-install, post-install, upgrade and remove. Pre and post for all these. This should be immediate. Well, it's just open. Just start writing shell in there, and then you save it as .install and you put that file name like right here. I'll give a good example, right, of this. This is essentially what Ninja OS looks like when we build it, right? If anyone see me promote this, Ninja OS uses this tool called Larch. This is large. The reason why there's no decorations is because it's Qt4, and I don't have any. I don't have any decorations still set up for Qt4. Yes, there's a plugin. Yes, I can actually set it up. It will match my GTK theme, but I just don't have it because I don't care. Because Qt4 is not supported upstream anymore. But this is basically large. This is how basically you can kind of install everything. So basically what happens is you basically install everything. The step one is you kind of set up with your project name, install path right here. So this path right here, you hit the install button here, or you can tweak the install package here, and this will basically install everything that's and then you have added packs, which is a list of all the packages you want to install. Veto packs are just things that are blocked. So like all these are basically just text files right in the top of the directory. So a lot of times you don't have to edit from here, which can be obnoxious. You can just kind of edit it from here and set things as a shell script, because this is all this is. It uses the same comments as shell, so it makes it easier to look at. So what happens here, right, is that once you hit this, it installs an Arch cheroot with all the packages you have in packages to this right here. In here, again, you can open up the overlay here. On this page, you can open up the overlay, adjust the users, open the overlay, and now you have these files get copied on top of the cheroot. At build time, and how this gets built is with this button right here. This button called Larchify, which basically generates the squash files. Mostly what it does, and a squash file and a few other things. You can specify a custom kernel here. You could specify whatever. What's it called? Locales here, it's still old enough. This program is so ancient that it still expects an Etsy RC conf from Arch Linux. There's ways we get around this. Is basically most of the stuff here is you edit the overlay to use systemd because our Ninja OS is Arch is systemd and Ninja OS is systemd. So you go Etsy. Where is it? Etsy, systemd, system, and then you edit the systemd configuration from here, or you edit or you edit USR lib systemd and you edit the configuration from here. So that's how you do that. It's a little more complicated compared to Arch's old Etsy RC-conf, which daemons were just an array. The host name was an array. The host name was a string. Modules was just an array, and it was very simple. Not to say systemd is without merit, but you know it's a little more complicated, and it doesn't really. It's not interfaced well with Larch. This program is old. I've been hacking it together for the last, I don't know, it's close to about 8 or 9. Ninja OS I started working about 10 years ago, last seven or so. Michael Towers, grand guy, the guy who wrote this, was basically, you want it, you deal with it. Here's the keys to the repository, you fix it if you want it. So he walked away from it. This is originally hosted on burleos.de. That went under, and now it's hosted on my GitLab. So I wound up maintaining this and doing little hacks to keep it going. So a good showing of what the compile looks like. Let's move this over here. And you can see this, what's it called? You'll just see this go. The cool thing is why I got this Threadripper is you will notice that yes, as you see here, you can obviously say Ninja OS, I roll my own kernel. So I actually have my own namespace with like -ninja, my own namespace, which is kind of cool. Well, this is compiling. I can show you over here. Among other things. We got rid of our old mascot. If anybody's familiar with Ninja OS, staging documents. Old images. You remember this mascot? This was our old Mona Lisa Ninja. If anybody's wondering what this is literally a mem. This is literally an old school. I hate to say old school, because old school for me means like 90s. So this is kind of like, you know, comparatively today, a mem from about 2005, 2006, where this original image was kind of floating around the internet, and on Something Awful and E-Baum's world, and like, this is what we thought was like the funniest thing in the world, like 15 years ago. So after a while, I called it Ninja OS, and I wanted something cartoony and kind of like, something that's like, it's like you hear ninja, and everyone goes like, oh my god, you've got like an assassin is coming to like jump out of this, it's gonna come jump out of this computer and like shank somebody and ninja somebody, and it's gonna be like terrible. So I'm like, okay, so I found this image. It's Ninja. It's mem. And people go, where's Ninja OS from? It's a cute mem. It's cartoony. How can you get like terrified of this? This is not terrifying. This is hilarious. So you kind of diffuse. You kind of, instead of looking kind of scary, you look hilarious, and everyone kind of likes these sort of things. So I kept this for a few years. This was like when you boot this up on like the SysLinux menu, you just get this in whatever version. And then I used to make icons and whatever out of it, and it just kind of got old after a while. I mean, I just it just got to the point where it's just, this is ridiculous. So I've been working on concept art. Pull up Krita, what's it called, Ferrite Core font. This is just phenomenal. This is Froyo. What's her name? But this font is just phenomenal. So I was playing around with Krita, just some concept art here. So anyway, where was I? So anyway, up here, we have a repository. All this is on GitLab, so if you want to know where we can find all this, All this is, just so everyone knows, this is GPLv3, open source, new window, Git. So personal projects here, you can just see that like Larch is up here, you know, because I uploaded it here because, you know, it wasn't available anywhere else. So people might actually want to try to build it. I can't imagine that being easy, but like if you really want to build it, you can always just come poke me and I'll try to help you build this. So anyway, here, NinjaOS NG, I don't like to talk about that. I tried porting to BDisk. I don't want to be too pretentious or insulting. This is made by a guy, Root Squared, who runs, he's a guy who does System in Trivia. I don't want to be too insulting, but I'll just say he's another opinionated Unix, Linux system engineer like myself, and we'll just say our opinions don't exactly line up on several issues, and it doesn't exactly do what I needed to do, and he's been hesitant to make the changes that I've recommended. And, even if I volunteered to help write it, I tried forking to ZDisk for a while, and I just stalled with that, so it just kind of sits there. The reason, obviously, is because Larch is old, it's complicated, and it's obsolete at this point. This is starting to become like a headache. But as you can see, it's done. It finished really quickly because one of the modifiers I've done is I've went into the source code, and when it builds a squash file, I changed the compression to XZ compression, and because I have a 24-core Threadripper, I just burned through this with 20 processors because I can. So here, I have another repo here. You can see right here, this is repo on GitLab. With all the package builds. These are all the unique package builds for NinjaOS. Okay, one of them here is Linux Ninja. I roll my own kernel. There's a few reasons why I roll my own kernel. One, I like effing with things. I like tweaking with things. And two, I want like a combination of features. One of them is I'm on 5.4, which is what's called the LTS branch. I'm going with an LTS kernel because it makes testing and validation easier. No surprise features. Most of the time, you don't have to do too much work to get to a new point version. All you just have to do is bump the last one. It's almost always going to work. There's very few, less bugs and surprise about this one. So you can see here, the 32-bit version, the i686 build, is I build against Pentium 3 instead of i686. It doesn't really matter too much. Because the last version of NinjaOS, which is 32-bit, built for only going to be 32-bit, the foreseeable future is 11.5. That's the previous one. The reason for that is because Arch Linux discontinued what's it called with i686 upstream, and now we're basing i686 and Pentium 4 because we do support actual Pentium 4 off Arch Linux 32. The problem with Arch Linux 32, the quality is not quite as good as upstream Arch. And on top of that, they lag behind a little, so the repos don't match exactly. So between those two things, I can't guarantee same level of quality in a lot of packages for 32-bit doesn't run, so I don't have a 32-bit version. That said, if I ever do have another 32-bit version, I'd like to port to Pentium 4, because Pentium 4 is probably the earliest 32-bit, which is actually going to run NinjaOS anyway. The cool thing about Pentium 4 and why I want to do Pentium 4, why Pentium 4, March Pentium 4 is so important, because the one feature they add is not an i686 and not in Pentium 3 is SSC2. So, if you've ever used NinjaOS, you know I have a ton of media packages. I have Audacity, I have PityV, I have the GIMP, and I have Sound Converter and Transmageddon, Parole. So I have like a full suite of audio video editing tools, all which would benefit from the SSC2 instruction set, which would make rendering media codecs a lot quicker because it can. So that's that. But as you can see, I other than that, I also throw in other than AUFS, because AUFS isn't supported upstream in Arch, 1000 Hertz kernel timer, because again, media. I mean, media is great. Just all the jokes about fumbling with my. I like media, love media. All the jokes about fumbling with the microphone today. I used to do a lot of it. Again, at this point, close to 20 years ago. But anyway, also the hardened patch set, which is from Linux hardened upstream. The coolest feature that I just personally added is now when you lock the next version, when you lock the screen in Ninja OS, the USB ports will lock as well, meaning you can't plug anything. Any new USB devices won't be recognized until you unlock the screen. So that was a pretty cool feature. It comes with the hardened patch set. I've been slowly working that kind of feature into a lot of the Ninja OS stuff. So anytime you're trying to lock all the features, like self-destruct also incorporates it. Anytime you try to do that, it locks the USB ports too, which is a really cool feature. So there, what's it called? There's the Ninja OS kernel. To update the kernel, let's check upstream. First, we can see that there's a new 4.5.46 version. If we have the package build for the original, let's double check, make sure let's double check the original to work. Let's make sure there's a patch for this specific version. So Linux here. This is Anthrax. He just recently took over Arch Linux as the head of Arch Linux. So let's look for here. Okay, so the last one here. Let's see if it's... So this one has 5.6.46 is the latest one upstream, but he only has what's it called, 5.4.45. I guess that's not big of a deal. I mean, we'd like to have the very latest, but these get obsolete so quickly. So first, the first step is obviously update the version number here. Obviously, you're going to see the sources. You'd have to update the URL to get the new one. But as you've noticed here, when you have package for these variables here, this means that this is going to obviously use this value here. So this is going to actually update the download path depending on the metadata up here. So that's actually pretty cool. And a lot of times, this name, the package base, and a lot of automatic stuff is done based on this name, which is actually pretty cool because it's just a shell script. So here, you ever handily open your terminal. And the first thing we want to do now is download a new package and update the GPG arrays. The reason why I'm sorry, the the half sums, because new version, we're gonna have different half sums. Just the way it is. You get to see a little bit of Noma 3, Windows Fly. So make package G will automatically just generate an array. Just no futzing, no nothing, just automatically generate the array. Save that. Clear out the old package and source. Probably want to delete all the old built packages. But another thing this does is this package, what I've done, because I think I'm clever, this one actually has what's the username and user host. So instead of taking this automatically from your actual host name of the machine or your username, you just specify them here. This is good for a little privacy. Instead of kind of like doxing you, your machine name, they can... Something that would actually, from a security standpoint, used over the network and show up in DHCP logs. And of course the build date, again, maybe for security reasons, maybe a little paranoid. I always set my build dates at January 1st, 1970. If there's a reason for that, if you guys know a reason for that, that is the start of the Unix epoch. So again, I thought it was kind of cute, and I, kind of use this date on everything. So this, there's a lot of information here. This is probably going to drag because we're still rebuilding this RAID array. This RAID array is going to take a while to build because it's effing huge. Got 3 disks, 12 terabytes. These are reasonably fast drives though. But checking the drive prices in case anybody's wondering, for the same price that I paid setting all this up with 3 disc RAID, what's it called, RAID 5, you could just get two 12s in RAID 1 and probably save yourself a little bit of headache here. Especially a simpler setup, just RAID 1, just mirrored, whatever one is. So there's that. The few things I've modified from this is I've made sure it has an extra Pentium 4 configuration. I still, tweaked. Obviously, tweaked the kernel parameters for the Pure. I always, for me, it's very important of whatever you tweak, whatever deltas from stock configuration, you put that here. You put all the notes of what you did to it here. In case you have to change anything, you can go change it back. So we can close here. Yeah, this is going to take a while. While this is going, let's get to the main course, the main feature. The reason why I suspect all you guys are here. Let's do some gaming. Fire up Lutris, which I have for game management, because where'd it go? There it is, Lutris. Which again, the cool thing about Lutris is again it holds your configuration. Instead of having to worry or write down command line settings, you have them all here. So I'm going to show you a few mods, right? Well, actually, no, here. Let's go configure Ultimate Doom, right? Right here, you can just right in the GUI, just go look for, with a nice modern file browser, go look for all the PWAD files, your iWAD, whatever iWAD file you want to use, right? Because it's GZDoom, you can use Doom, Doom 2, Hex Inherited, Quake, and of course we have this is actually installed as a system package again from AUR. We have this package here, which is GZ Models. So what this does here is you take Doom, and from Doom you have so basically from here somebody took all the models from Doom, all the models. So instead of sprites, actual 2D sprites with sides, these are actually now 3D rendered polygons in Doom. Pretty cool, right? They should play. They shouldn't have an issue. Even GZDoom is so lightweight. There's rarely an issue. So let's see here. Let's check the sound. Sounds a little low. Sound options here. Master. Did I turn this way down? Yes, I turned this way down. Because I was probably doing something where I didn't want to hear monsters blowing up in the background. Because Pulse audio is great, but sometimes you have to remember that you set the settings. So, let's fire it up. Alright, if anybody's in the chat, real quick, what episode do you want to see? Any preference? Just brings back memories. You can see, like, right off the bat. Actually, let me cut down the music a little bit. I don't feel like shouting over my own game, so let's cut this down a little bit. So here, you can just notice that everything here is three-dimensional. Even the imps here are, wow. Of course, I don't feel like dealing with like this. Let's let some cacodemons. Let's take a look at these cacodemons. And before Jack said cac. You see, somebody actually took. As you can notice here, the boxes again, full 3D boxes. And somebody took the sprites and just kind of made 3D, what's it called? Put the skins on top of 3D, made 3D models out of them. To be honest with you, these things actually do look kind of a little dirt. But Doom was never meant to be played like this. But other than this is just GZDoom. Or mostly the original Doom weapons. Scorekeeping with. Don't feel like fighting those. Pick it up, Jack. Pick it up, pick it up. Gotta do a little better playing. Another trick is save ammo, especially here you don't really have any. Let the monsters just kind of strafe around. Keep run on and just kind of strafe around. And then, because you don't have enough ammo to fight everybody on ultraviolence, let the monsters kind of fight each other. Let them kind of take each other out. So you can just kind of strafe around. Come on. Come on. There you go. See, now I actually have a decent amount of shots. Otherwise, this part right here, dealing with these fucking pinkies. These things just look absolutely effing retarded in this one. But they're three-dimensional, which is good. And yes, what you can't see here is, as opposed to classic controls, maybe I'll put this down here on my hands. I'm actually using mouse look. So this is just kind of, using like your typical WASD controls, mouse look, jump, and crouch, like modern FPS controls. So it's just a little bit cheating, because Doom wasn't meant to be played like this. It's a little easier to play than the original Doom. And now, especially here, you have shotgun rounds to deal with the enemy. This level is fucking hard. And the zombies actually look really good if nothing else does. yes. Get some! Get some! The zombies actually look like zombies. This one is actually pretty cool. It also helps when you have the fist, especially Berserk, get a running start. Yes, sit back here. Right here, secret right here. Step in a little bit of lava. You see fully 3D sprites. This actually looks like an actual minigun, which is actually kind of cool. Get some. Oh, and he's still wiggling. That's fucking sick. So what we need here is the blue key. Another thing about this game, resource conservation. And you move a lot faster than most of the bad guys. This is... Whoops. Get around here. Yes, there we see. These guys take about 3 shotgun shells, but 2 if you're really good. At least some of these 3D sprites look good. Some of them just look fucking retarded. Yeah. Right here. Yeah! BFG. Just in time. Hello! What are you doing for me? Invulnerability is really good when you... Well, I have ways of dealing with... That was one of the more awesome guns ever put in this game. Again, look at the detail work on this. Fucking amazing. Shit! Right, and I'm out of ammo. Fuck. Oh god, that mod looks fucking stupid. Fuck out of here. Definitely need to conserve ammo in this game. Well, now I have 11 shells. $20 bullets. Let's check. 5 shells, 20 bullets. Basically 20 cells. Not enough to charge a fiery BFG again. And I have a helmet and loose. F my life. Can't get in here. Yeah, let those guys fight each other. Come on. All right. I think that invisible pinky got bitten by the fucking Hell Knight. Boy. Yeah. Let's get the fucking bound to hell with a shotgun. almost cheating because I have mouse aim on this motherfucker. Yeah, I'm fucked. He's fucked. We're all. Ow. For warning on that. More cells. There we go. What is this? Yeah, no. Alright, let's go punch somebody in the face. I'm gonna punch somebody in the mouth. Where the hell are you? Yeah, yeah. Okay, blue key's up here in one of these. Jesus fuck! How did the thing get up here? Jesus! There we go. How did that thing get up here? I just... Alright, fuck you. Well, that solves that one. There we go, there's the blue key. Some more fucking ammo. Well, you ever see like a Baron of Hell or a Hell Knight? Like unexpectedly, it's not a good day. It's just one of those, you're just not having a good day. It's just not, your day's not ending on good terms for you. It's just, they're big, about 15 foot tall. They look like NYPD, and they're about as even tempered. So There we go. We're out of here. And that's it. We're out of here. So. There's a few episodes of fully 3D Doom. You know, everything you want to see. GZDoom, so those areas above areas, the sprites are 3D, everything. Except for some of the models, like the weapons look pretty good, the zombies look phenomenal. Everything else, all the monsters, just kind of look like. So, a treat. This is an old mod, right? They kind of detuned this a little bit. This one right here, it's probably the best Doom mod of all time. So, like, at this point, what's it called? They used to come with 36 original levels. I don't know what happened to that one. But right now, what's it called? They kept all the weapons. This is every weapon from Doom, Doom 2, Quake, Duke Nukem 3D, Hexen, Heretic, Blood, and some shit from Doom from 2016 Doom. This is Aeons of Death. 300 megabyte I1 file. Still actively maintained in 2020. Why? Because reasons. All written for Doom 1. Where is this? Come on. 11 years after. So yes, this is a complete makeover of Doom. This is GZDoom, but this is all written for the Doom 1 engine. Okay, yeah. So you'll notice there's a few weapons. You start with a pistol, a gargoyle wand, and this blaster. All the new weapons, all the basic weapons are that, except for the hand-to-hand weapons are what's it called? 2, and explosives are 1. What is this choking on? Really? Really? Come out of here. This uses next to nothing. This is just basically uses his. Oh, come on, really? Jesus, really? Really? try running this in Vulkan. Let's try that again. Let's kind of close this out. This is still running for whatever reason. And I'll be damned. You can see here, this is actually putting an appreciable amount of load on the video card. This is actually putting an appreciable amount of load in the video card. Also has a pistol. Now that's definitely something wrong here. Shouldn't be doing that. It's not even... That is very much interesting. It probably has to do with this right here. It probably has to do with like the RAID check. Either that or this. We'll cancel this. We'll just do this later. So yeah, it looks like some artwork from Doom 2016. This is kind of cool. They kind of just backported it all the way back to the original. Except video mode, open. Let's give us another restart here. Classic. Everyone knows this one. He won. No shit. Okay, it's starting to get unplayable. I almost guarantee you. So where do we put the binaries? I know exactly what I'll do here. Think on your feet. Okay, so these are in home, what's it called? The game's Doom. So, opt. So what I'm going to do here is this will probably improve performance a lot. Is I'll put everything in opt. GZDoom. Boom, check. We'll just copy everything to opt, because opt is on the what's called the SSDs, so it should be a lot faster. So let's see what I actually have here. There we go. Let's actually check it here. Opt, check, games. We'll just put that here. It's default folder. Let's change the paths over here. It should be running on the ultra fast SSD. It shouldn't give me any issues. Not like this or slow. I don't know what's going on. Once again. Yep, that's it. Everything fought the FSD and now it works. Shotgun. So all these pulls of bad guys are just random bad guys from random games. Swap through whatever weapons so they just get kind of bored a little bit. These weapons are supposed to be kind of randomized too, but they're kind of like not. This is a 4-slot weapon, which is like all kind of like replaces like the 3-slot shotgun. You can see there's even different explosive barrels from different players here. Jesus. Gets a little harder. Sometimes there's no good way of winning that one. Secret in here. No, whatever. No secret in here. Let's go. Yep, that's all the bad guys from Quake 1, right? And also notice you have here, you have kind of items on the bottom that they're kind of that made a mess. This is cheap, okay. Yes! So, this is supposed to be an MP5, but it's semi-automatic. Semi-automatic MP5. But it's fairly powerful. Yeah. And you have like little creepy crawlies and flies that don't have the little original game, so like spiders and bugs will creep up and it's fucking great. And that's from that's the ghost from Shadow Warrior. So what do we have here? Yes! This is gonna be fun. Lot of weapons here.
Get it.
Get some! And of course, a bad guy's actually from Doom. What's his name? Perfect. Dark. Night vision. Perfect place to use a night vision. And of course, this is where the chainsaw used to be. But what kind of weapon are we? might as well just go clear out this whole area back here until this night vision runs out, because we'll have to. Let's go slice. No time for this one. For that was from Duke. So, you play this level enough times, you know. Barrel. Right in front. Ready? You're gonna open the door. You're gonna shoot the barrel. Just one second. What the hell is this device? Grants some armor. Perfect. Bullets. Check out bullets. Get some! Let me guess. What? It looks like one of the Quake rooms. Is that what the Quake room does? I don't know. Where'd that guy come from? I don't know. If for some reason this is a good long-range weapon, because it's an MP5, which shoots 9mm pellets. I don't know. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. So let's bring this platform up now. So We need to go get the blue key. What happens if you play this game enough? Too much. As you know, in that room with the blue key, it's just, as soon as you get it, the lights are going to turn out. So this one, oh, shit, really. Yeah, let's go smash something. Now. There we go. Almost always a yellow secret. Almost. Ow! Ever so topical. It's... You don't even... The jokes just write themselves. That's for every card, you faggot! Pig. Sorry about that. Sorry, it just slipped out. Yeah, I effed up, guys. I said a word I wasn't supposed to. I have no excuses, and I am terribly sorry. We're already going this game again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, yeah. Wait. Jesus. Fucking. Woo! Is this so? Doom mods, great stuff, right? I think I'm gonna take a break from this. Still deleting. This is going to be a while. Let's just had to do this check right here when we were doing this. Great. So. Alright, so questions. If I was a demon from Doom, which one would I be? I don't know. Oh, obviously, the Archvile. Ha ha ha. Alright, so that's legitimately taking forever to delete. So here's another free software game, Exonautic. I don't even have to set the controls for it. This game, believe it or not, this game still has, or at least had, like, a semi-active multiplayer. Why? I do not know. I have no idea why anybody still plays this game. But yeah, OpenGL 2, latest and greatest input. Mouse 2, primary fire. Alright, so secondary fire. Drop blaster. Drop weapon, throw grenade. Use G or backspace. It's been a while since I played this one. But yes, chat, any questions?
Triple kill.
Alrighty then. Oh, this thing's fun.
Rage. Frags left. One frag left. Massacre! Five minutes remain.
Enough of that one. Oh, it's Nyx. I thought it was Engine X. And this is like highlight of gaming from like never. This is pick a color. And that was that silly game. And that's still deleting. Good grief. So, does anyone have any questions about Starts Linux? Anyone? Anyone? Alright, looks like it's just about 2 hours, so if there's no questions, I think I'm going to kill this right about now. And you guys have a good night.